Aztec society displayed and proved the usefulness of the volcanic glass called obsidian. It is a brittle glass substance which, when broken, could be extremely jagged and sharp, enough to even shave your head. However, the edge would eventually lose its fineness and require replacement. According to Richard Townsend, a prominent authority on pre-Columbian culture, obsidian was found in a Teotihuacan-controlled source near Patua in the state of Hidalgo. Religious beliefs bore heavily on Aztec culture. Many deities, including Huitzilopochtli, required blood. Here no one fears to die in war. This is our glory, this is your command, as spoken in an Aztec poem. Through the order of this great deity, the Aztecs would eventually be led to their homeland. Death was not considered a misfortune in Aztec society. Rather, death could be considered the birth of new life. By approximately 1487, the greatness and importance of the deity known as Huitzilopochtli grew to such a height that 20,000 lives were forfeited in his honor. Of the many gods within this polytheistic religion, Huitzilopochtli was considered to be one of the most influential celestial beings.
According to Aztec religion, many deities had sacrificed themselves to create and benefit humankind. The gods provided themselves to fuel a fire, and hence created the sun. The creation of mankind involved the bloodletting of many gods. As a result, the Aztecs became a debtor society, and they paid dues to the gods through blood. This bloodletting would come in the form of sacrifice, which would operate through expansion and warfare. The Aztecs saw themselves as a chosen people, and they had little difficulty in conquering nearby societies which would not submit to their will. These religious offenses blur the line between the government and religious observances of Aztec society.
A key objective of creating conflict with neighboring states was to gather human blood and honor religious deities. War itself became an act of worship. Often wars are conducted for physical rewards, such as lands. However, such accolades were at the same level of importance as the gathering of prisoners for sacrifice. The stronger a captured opponent was, the more accolades that particular warrior would receive. Obsidian proved to be the weapon of choice in both sacrifice and warfare. The obsidian blade affirmed itself as a deadly weapon which could thwart opponents in warfare and could be used in the religious and societal observance of sacrifice.
In war, obsidian blades were used on various weapons such as arrows, knives, and a type of two-handed sword called a macawiddle. It is said the macawiddle was sharp enough to cut off the head of a horse. There were many forms of sacrifice, and each god required a different form of sacrifice. They believed the sun god required a steady supply of human hearts, or else it would not rise every day. During the sacrifice to the sun god, priests would hold down the individual while another priest would cut up from the stomach, under the ribs, and cut out the heart with an obsidian blade. In making the obsidian blade, a worker would place himself on the floor with rough obsidian enclosed between his feet. The piece of obsidian would be approximately 8 inches long and as thick as an arm. A tool for scraping would remove blades from the center.
Other uses for obsidian included sculptures, often in honor of important deities. Mirrors were also made from pieces of obsidian. Additionally, it was used to make animal-shaped vessels or human skulls. Currently, obsidian has made a claim as a beautiful ingredient for jewelry, often created for tourists. However, these tourist items are not of historical relevance. Obsidian is also currently used as a surgical tool because it has the sharpest known blade.